Okay, today we are just doing a little bit of stretching for our outer thigh. So we've been doing a few stretches. This one works the small glutes, the outer thigh muscle, the hip area. So if you find this area is tight and you need to give it a bit more focus, or it might just be that you're stretching this out after having done your workout. So we have different ways. We've got a chair that we can sit on, we've got the floor we can sit on, we've got standing that we can do, and we have lying down as well. So if you were to sit down in a chair, you might just find it's a wee bit tight, you want to give it a bit of stretch just during your day. What you would do is cross one leg over, so the side that you're going to stretch, it might be one side is a bit tighter than the other, you want to focus on that, or you just want to stretch both. We're going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, I'm pushing this leg down towards the floor, so my knee is going towards the ground, and I'm going to hold that stretch. And every time I breathe out, I'm just going to let the muscles around my outer thigh and the hip area go. And if I do that, then each time I breathe out, I should be able to go a little bit deeper. The other way of doing this stretch, and I'll use the chair, you could use a chair, you could stand again near a wall and hold on to a wall. Actually, I'll move into the wall so that you can see it a bit better. Would be standing, crossing one leg to the front. So I've got my legs, I can show you here, my feet are crossed over. And then I can just push my hip and maybe even take my arm over. So I'm pushing my hip away from the wall and I'm stretching away, and that might be one that is easier to do in relation to what you're doing in your day. It might not be easy to grab a chair or sit on the floor, so that would be one way of doing it. So you're just basically pushing away, and you might want to reach out of that hip as well. Another way of doing this, or other ways of doing this, would be on the floor. So if you're on the ground, you can just cross one leg over, and you're going to do the same stretch. You're going to hold it in. So I'm pushing my knee towards my shoulder. If I show you face on, opposite side, so knee, opposite shoulder, coming in, I'm hugging it. I'm not slouching, I'm getting a hug, and then I'm going to lengthen out. As long as what you do, you feel it on that outside of your small glutes, hip and thigh area. Same again with the breathing, breathe out, let it go so that it relaxes. We can also from here go into a pigeon pose, which isn't for everyone, but into this position. I'm walking the foot back. I'm not going to sit my hip onto the floor, I'm going to come up square, so my hips are square, and I'm going to breathe out, and each time I breathe out, I'm going deeper into the stretch, so I can feel it working. I can also feel it into the glutes, and then at any point that you feel you could come all the way down to the floor and rest in that position. If I had finished my workout lying on the floor and it was just convenient to be in this position and it was comfortable, then I would just take the leg over, crossed over, so a bit like we did in sitting in the chair, it's the same thing. And as I breathe out, I would just push that leg away so that you feel that stretch in the outer thigh. What I could also do is hug my knee and bring my legs in. And then this elbow, I can use it, this arm and elbow, as I breathe out, I can use that to push the leg away, so I'm getting that outer thigh stretch at the same time. So these are just some of the ways that you can stretch this outer thigh muscle. So it might be you need to focus on it because it's tight, or it's just part of the end of your workout. Always think about your breath. Don't hold your breath when you're stretching, because you inadvertently hold everything tight and then you're not actually getting a full stretch. Every time you breathe out, big sigh and let the muscles go, whichever muscle group you're stretching. And each time you breathe out, relax. Breathe out, let the muscles release. And if you do that, you'll feel that the muscles will start to relax. You might notice movement, in the sense that you're getting more mobility, more movement through the joint that you're stretching. If you're going to stretch, you want to hold it for a good, if it's a nice deep stretch you're looking for, a good 30 seconds to a minute. I wouldn't hold a really long stretch at the start of the day when I've got the rest of the day to get on with. It's just going to lengthen out those muscles. If you're going to really lengthen them out fully and you want to keep it like that, you want to do that towards the end of the day. So about 30 seconds probably would be tops during the day when you've still got the rest of your day to get on with. So I hope this has helped. Let me know what you think and go and get that outer thigh, small glutes, hip area stretched out.